Man, what you doing, man? You not getting outside, man?
No, I didn't go outside yesterday, man. Baby girl was here, which means the house got invaded by all our high school friends.
Yeah, it instantly turned into one of them hotel
You
lobbies.
know,
You're like, I thought it was us time. I didn't know you was coming back and having a whole nother reunion.
why is it that men have to make the most adjustments, bro?
Oh, every time it's like we don't even get to think like, what can I save on my end? Like, what can I win on my end? We are
The month,
immediately thinking, all
yeah,
right, I got to give this up for sure. That's gonna be a non-negotiable.
the month of May for me was nothing but a month of adjustments, bro. Like literally, I come back when I'm out in LA. My wife's best friend, who is my sister, I've known her since high school. Known both of them since high school. Uh, she just she graduated her MBA, sold her crib, got a new gig in Atlanta. So there was like a 3 week kind of lull of transition of when she can move into a new spot. So I was like, yeah, like she can stay with us. Like that's my sister. She can stay with us until her new spot is ready.
Mm.
Bro, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It was just me and my wife. I
Yeah, you
can't,
just like,
I can't walk around the crib like I used to.
yeah, like you the good old days.
Yeah, dude, like I've been doing since baby girl left. Like down my life, like I'm in shackles, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like you gotta be in the closet now. You gotta put all your stuff on and
oh
can't
man.
get comfortable. You can't even sit in your favorite chair the right way.
She
It's the little
leaves on she finally leaves on Saturday. And who flies in Sunday?
her mom or something.
Baby
Somebody's
girl.
mom. Somebody. Oh yeah,
Baby
that's right.
girl flies in Sunday. And here I am. Back to it.
Well,
Pajama pants, flannels, everything, bro.
it's
Just
all worth it though.
oh
That's
yeah.
what they say.
Yeah, it is. I just can't wait until August when I can finally have go back to my boxers. You know what I'm saying? In the career.
Yeah, we're gonna be fired up around that time too. It's getting close.
Yo, what's your favorite way to watch a Notre Dame game, fellas? Like, do you get dressed?
Oh
Do you
man,
get
great
fully
question.
dressed? LL Nation, let us know.
It's a great question to put for the question
Right?
of the
How do
day.
you watch? Are you superstitious? Do you watch Notre Dame football the exact same way?
What's the process? Yeah, what's the
Right.
process? Get up, you got your meal, your menu, got your drink order. I don't like anybody in the house for real
I'm with you.
because I don't like the whole background noise or you happen to walk by on a big play and you start giving opinions out, and it's like no, we it's not that type of thing. Or if
Yo,
I'm getting into it and you telling me to calm down, I'm like, what do you mean calm down? Like we see, so no. I gotta have a nice, like almost like a temple thing. You got your whole your whole process, your whole thing, your altar set up right. Things gotta be right. Jersey gotta be worn right. Gotta have a nice article of Notre Dame clothing on. It's just the whole thing.
mm. See, for me, I don't eat until halftime. See, I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have the spread ready for the start of the game. It's like, no, I wait until halftime. That's when if I'm ordering something, I schedule it right for halftime. That's when I get my meal. And if the first half doesn't go well, I just won't eat. Like,
So
man,
the first half determines your appetite.
the first half can determine a lot. Like if I'm ticked off, I'm like, okay, I'm not eating anything
That's
until this
funny.
game is over. Then I get crankier,
Right.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Because now you hangry and we not doing good.
Right. As the commercial says, I need a Snickers. Absolutely. For the start of the second half. So it's funny we talked about something yesterday at the end of the show. Lucky Lefty Podcast. I'm Shaun Davis at SD2 Mics. That dude over there, the original Lucky Lefty himself, Malik Zaire, brought to you by Onora Whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. And if you're going to drink, make sure that you drink responsibly. And it was interesting because we were sharing the news of CJ Carr and Jack Larson and Cam Williams, the wide receiver from Illinois, and how they could end up being the trio that begins or spearheads the class of 24.
Mm-hmm.
And how ironic it would be, and we actually said this right before we got off air, how ironic would it be if CJ Carr publicly committed to Notre Dame before Dante Moore? Right? We said it, and then we joked about it, and then we're like, the way things are trending, it could actually happen.
Yeah.
And then the tweet comes out from Steve Wilfong yesterday.
Now you want to commit Thursday. Now you done figured out your decision after conveniently doing well at the Irish Invasion camp. Got it.
Thursday. He really did. It wasn't really a workout for him, bro. Let me tell you what it was. CJ Carr being at the Irish Invasion was a covert operation set up by Marcus Freeman and Tommy Reeves to lock down Jack Larson and Cam Williams and other recruits.
Oh, this is the package deal. Okay. That's next level. That's 5D chess right there.
Let me tell you why. Our boy Drake Bowen, I talked to him yesterday, and Drake was like, oh, yeah. Like, I talk to CJ all the time. And, he called me as soon as he left and kind of let it be known, like, this is what was up. And then he slid in, I talked to Cam Williams, too. I said, word? So, I talked to both of them. And so I'm like, okay. And immediately I said to myself, this cat Marcus Freeman is different, bro.
Yeah.
He's different. I'm going to tip my cap to you dating cats this morning.
That's okay? Right.
I'm going to tip my cap to you dating cats this morning because Marcus Freeman is moving different out here, dude. I truly believe it was a covert operation. I think they've known CJ Carr was coming before Irish Invasion. I believe his attendance in Irish Invasion because he did not really throw in all of the drills. So you see video of him, laughing it up with coach.
Yeah, just having a good old time.
Enjoying himself, having a good time, right?
He looked like he damn near looked like he was one of the camp counselors there.
Man, you took the words out of my mouth, right? But somehow, some way, he gets Cam Williams to be with him and Jack Larson the majority of the day. And all of a sudden, this trio comes out of the Irish Invasion. Like,
we like this little group thing.
Yeah. And who does he call? Immediately afterwards, he calls the president, as I like to call him, of the 23 class, that is Drake Bowen. Like,
hit the president after.
Yeah, not to really check in, but to kind of like throw a jab at Drake, like, I'm pulling him already.
Like some pretext.
They got a little competition going. Like, I see you, El Presidente at 23. I'm El Presidente at 24.
Yeah, I'm from the future.
Yes.
I'm coming from the future.
I just want to let you know I'm going to one-up you.
Yeah.
Not only am I going to get the number one class like you.
Not only.
But I'm going to grab more 5 stars.
Because Drake came a little late now. He started a little later in the process.
He definitely did. He only committed in December.
Not too long ago.
November, I mean. So he got started a little late. CJ Carr is
a year ahead.
I'm jumping it, man. I'm the face of 24 now.
now.
right?
And that moves a lot for the coaching staff, especially when it's so early to the point where these guys have some sort of confidence behind them. Like, you build your class how you want it to be,
Mm-hmm.
which is like giving the green light, like Steph Curry at the Warriors. Just you got it. Let's see what you can make out of it.
Yeah. So it's interesting, man. And we literally just said it like, yo, it could happen. And
It could happen.
and the next thing you know, bam, announcement time. And the funniest thing was Steve Wilfon sends out the tweet, and CJ Carr's mother retweets it with the big eyes,
Mm.
like, oh, you didn't know, mom? You didn't know? So
I like that. I like that. Marcus Freeman ain't waiting on nobody. He said this train is rolling. Jump on it while it coming by, but it's not stopping. We'll
well,
be through your town a lot though.
and to be fair, I don't think I don't know if Notre Dame fans are saying this in mass, but there's no comparison between the two recruitments.
No.
When it comes to, you have to understand, Marcus Freeman became the coach in December. So if you're really trying to connect his relationship to Dante Moore and his relationship to CJ Carr, it's two totally different things, two totally different recruitments. And sometimes, man, families impact when things happen. I'll just leave it at that.
Mm.
Families impact when things happen. I know for a fact, a parent of a kid that is making a decision in the next month, parents wanted the decision and announcement to be made in May, which lets me know that they all pretty much know what the decision is. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
if the parents are like, yo, do it in the middle of May at the school, and the decision is coming a little bit later, and it's pretty much a month and a half difference between the decision dates that they were talking about, they know. Like, at that moment, they know, like, okay, we know what the decision is. So things change, man. Things change. I see a bunch of questions about that. I'll let you answer those. Like, Dante and how this impacts him.
I don't think it matters too much because he's a class behind him. I do think that if anything, he's seeing that Marcus Freeman is still trying to pull in top talent. It's not like it's a gap year where we're trying to get like a filler to space between the next 5-star. You
Right.
can tell Marcus Freeman is treating the room like all the other rooms in the building and trying to pack it with elite talent. I do think that, like you said, Dante and CJ are two different type of quarterbacks to me from what makes them special. And I don't think Dante is worried about CJ's skills, and I don't think clearly if CJ commits Thursday, he's worried about what's ahead of him either. So that's good. I mean, I think that promotes healthy competition, and especially because they're both different quarterbacks. I think Tommy doesn't have the confusion of making it, who do I go with? They're both kind of similar, which is good because hopefully that gives us I'm going with this guy, I'm going with this guy. So
Yeah.
uh, I do think that if anything, I always thought that the longer Dante waits at this point, the less schools will be even available. Not that they wouldn't take him, but the rooms will be a little bit more filled from what we're kind of holding on to as a vacancy for Dante in our quarterback room. We was holding off guys that are committing to big schools just for Dante, from what I assume. But
Yeah.
I do think that it is good that you're getting earlier. earlier commits than seeing the impact that the 23 class is having on other recruits in later classes.
Yep, Lefty Podcast. And on top of that, Notre Dame's going to be relentless under Marcus Freeman, bro. Relentless.
100%.
Like we're bringing in the best. We're bringing in the best. I don't want to hear anything about how it impacts the next guy or the next quarterback. Like I don't care. When Bryce Young got to Alabama, Bryce Young walked in thinking he was going to start.
Oh, for sure.
100.
Well, like nobody knew what Mac was.
He absolutely
I'm sure people on the team thought Mac was going to start. But
Bryce.
No, people on the team, like Devontae Smith had that question.
Yeah.
It was like who was better, Tua or Mac? Like who had a better arm? Everybody was like Mac. Even Jerry Jeudy said that, which is crazy, but absolutely. I mean, these coaches. I think Marcus Freeman is fair in his assessment. Probably what he told CJ was like, "Look, you know me. I'm just trying to play the best. Obviously, I want the best guys, but I'm not going to openly promise. You see these practices about competition." We're just going to roll the best 11 out there so you have a chance, just like anybody else, probably.
Yeah, and you let me know. I've never been a recruit. I see a guy, Will Chesnick, and I'll bring it up. If CJ beats Dante to a commitment to ND, which, I mean, unless something happens in the next 2 days.
Unless he just like really love Notre Dame after that visit that he wants to commit, or he really confirmed that he doesn't like Notre Dame and he's going somewhere else. But Notre Dame is the deciding factor for him on Thursday.
Yeah. Now you see what he says right there. Look, I'm not going to push back, but I'm just going to give a different point of view. And I'm not saying this is the case. What if there is no pressure because Dante already knows and has already said where he's going?
Oh, like a silent commit.
What if everybody knows where he's going? So in that point, there is no pressure on him.
Yeah, if he,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody's already been talking about it. I'm sure CJ has heard people talk about Dante going to.
Don't you think CJ and his people asked
about it? Yeah, but they asked about it.
Like no one is oblivious in this situation. CJ Carr's people asked, like, "Yo, is he coming?" And quarterbacks want to go and follow other good quarterbacks. I mean, they do it at Ohio State. They do it at Clemson. They do it at Alabama.
But a lot of that too is due to the success of the quarterback.
Which is why I still say, regardless of who commits, Tyler Buchner is the most important quarterback to breaking the narrative of the Notre Dame quarterback.
Yes.
I don't care.
Everybody else up there fits the Notre Dame quarterback narrative.
Absolutely. He's the one that Notre Dame takes the field with this year.
Yes. He's got to make it look different. He
absolutely has to make it look different.
Like he has to play well for us to continue getting great quarterbacks. So like, there's a lot more than we want him to do well. We're not saying we want him to do bad so Dante or the CJ kid comes in and play. He has to do well to not only retain Dante and CJ potentially,
right,
but also prove that as a program we can develop and get guys going to where they want to be.
Absolutely. So that's the most important thing, right? And as far as pressure,
it ain't no pressure. You better. It's like it's. I don't even know if you would call it pressure. You just do it or you don't.
Yes, and CJ Carr has absolute. Let me make sure I say this correctly. CJ Carr has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Notre Dame went all in on one quarterback and everybody in the nation knows it.
Yeah.
Period.
Because we're not going to recruit another one in 24.
Just because CJ Carr is making an announcement on Thursday, that does not change the fact that the Notre Dame staff is still highly invested.
Oh yeah, they
in
still
Dante
call it
Moore.
Dante.
That doesn't change the pressure on the staff to close that deal. The staff
They
doesn't
probably
take a
mentioned. They
deep
said we
breath.
got the room.
Right.
They probably said we got the room stronger.
Like now we don't have to recruit Dante as hard. Or we don't have to stay on him as hard now because we got CJ Carr. That's not the way that works. They put themselves in this position. They told the young man, "You're the one. You're the one." They allowed Vizina to go to Clemson.
That's what I'm saying. They already cut ties on a lot of other guys that wanted to come right now.
So I can guarantee you they're not sitting back saying, "We got CJ. We don't have to worry about Dante as much." That relieves the pressure. No, that's
because that's a 2-3 year investment later.
Absolutely.
He not even.
Tommy Reeves isn't feeling that way. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Tommy, like, man, that's an insurance down the road plan. I need to get right now fixed because that's no. Basically, we just got a big stock option in the company that hasn't hit the market yet.
That's well played.
Yeah, we can't cash in on that for about 2-3 years, man.
That's
so
well played. That's well played.
But we still got to pay the bills every month.
It's kind of look facts, right? You know how your high school and every dude in high school is looking for the new face, right?
Yeah.
Because you know everybody.
Yeah, so it's like
you're looking for the new face, right? And the new faces are what? The freshmen.
The freshmen.
Right? So most upperclassmen in the first semester, they end up talking to the new faces, right? Then as they get into the year, it starts to warm up. They spend more time around their class. You know, girls come back after the summer, they look a little different.
Look a little different. Still same, but just a little different.
They look a little different as a sophomore and junior. And it's like, okay.
The hair thing went from this side to this side.
Right. Right. Instead of ponytail all the time, like, oh snap, they let their hair down?
Yeah.
Oh, they got a little style? Oh, they cut it a little bit?
Oh, you've been working over the summer.
Right. It's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. And look, we understand. You know, the new faces when it comes to Notre Dame and narrative will always be. I said this weekend, and I'll say it again. The most important, this is my opinion, the most important, the sexiest, the most prestigious, and the best position to play in all of college football, the most marketable position in all of college football is the quarterback at Notre Dame. If you are the quarterback at Notre Dame, you are a name. You will be known forever. I don't care. Can I say this, bro? I'm just trying to make a point. I'm not being disrespectful. How many games did you start at Notre Dame?
2. Shit, 2.
This is lucky Lefty, dude. He started 2 games at Notre Dame. 2. And he's forever in the hearts of the Notre Dame fans.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
2 games.
2.
Yo, it's crazy. It's incredible. It is the most prestigious. If you ever hold that position, you are forever engrafted into the hearts of the Notre Dame fan base. It's just a fact. You were a Heisman candidate because you were the quarterback of Notre Dame. You hadn't thrown a pass as a starter, bro.
Seriously.
So that's just the power of the position in Notre Dame. And, you know, that might be something that can combat NIL, you know, going into the future. But heck, the CJ Carr thing is either his family doesn't give a darn about NIL and they have a different perspective, kind of like Jaden Lamar when he was with you on Irish Players Club. His perspective about NIL was totally different. Like, yo, I'll think about that when I get on the field. I get on the field and produce, I'll get the NIL.
That's the common trend around all these commits is saying the same thing. They keep saying, yeah, the NIL is cool and all, but I know being and playing under Marcus Freeman, we're gonna be well, I'm gonna do well, and I'm gonna get it as it comes.
Yeah.
That's not the forefront. I know at Notre Dame, if I just do my job, everything else will be taken care of. That's the perception of Notre Dame that it brings. Like, you coming home for real. You're not just coming to a home to play football. You coming to a home that is going to provide you resources beyond, just the surface level NIL stuff that, at some schools I can understand the struggle. There's not a big community behind the football program. So the NIL is the biggest bait because other than that, you just a student.
Thanks.
Man, these schools are also giant and got like 50, 60,000 kids that go. So I get it. But Notre Dame is that special, 8,000 undergrad or something like that. Those are accounted for people that got well connected and got great resources. So Notre Dame committing to Notre Dame and going there is basically an NIL deal in and of itself, except it's just NIL indirectly.
And it's like, is this staff still putting the full court press on Dante Moore?
Of course.
Like one has absolutely nothing to do with the other. What you're seeing is
you got to think. You got this year, right?
Yeah.
Next year.
Yep.
The year after. That's 3 seasons.
And Bryce J. Underwood is still one of their top targets. And he just won a state championship as a freshman in the state of Michigan.
That's
so
right.
They're going after another Michigan quarterback as a 25.
23, 24, 25, all Notre Dame. Just come on, take that little bus ride down. And if we steal all 3 top quarterbacks in Michigan from Michigan State and Michigan, I don't want to hear another Michigan thing again.
That is the ultimate. The CJ, yesterday might have been one of the worst days in the history of Michigan athletics. Probably doesn't compare to the timeout by Chris Webber. Because that was rough. Probably does compare to the Hail Mary Cordell Stewart threw at the big house. That's another rough one. But to lose and get cheated by the umpires in the regional against Louisville the way they lost, and then CJ Carr's commitment comes out, that's a pretty rough day for Michigan fans. That's a pretty rough day because they got hosed in that baseball game. They got Not only did you miss the call, but then you go to replay. Somebody.
What do you think about bad calls in games like that? Do you think that they have to, like, the next day they can be like, all right, we had to review it and we're actually going to go the other way with this and such won? Do you think that's fair? I always thought that would be a fair thing.
I thought about this and I said to myself, would there actually be a time where any league would see fit to reverse the outcome of a game based upon a bad review?
Yeah.
Let's say game 3 Wednesday night, Steph Curry shoots a 3 at the buzzer. It goes.
Or do the Kevin Durant toe on the line? What if the toe wasn't on the line?
Right, something like that. And they made a mistake. Would the NBA come back and say, yo?
Because the Bucks won the championship that year. So, like, that whole decision could have been, who knows?
Yeah. But would the league have the guts to come out, reverse the outcome, and say, yo, this team won the game, or we're going to play it from this point in the game? I don't think they would. especially with legalized gambling being at the point it is now. Too much would have to go into it.
The leagues fold way too easily to the whatever media storm is at the time.
Yeah.
At the time, not something that was always an issue, you know. But if it's hot at that moment, the league gonna act on that moment for sure.
Let's see, did we get the super chat? Anthony K. Shea. Always, man, we appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Carr will also bring some skilled players wanting in as well. That helps Dante also if he commits. Thoughts?
See, it is interesting though because the 2023 class is almost complete. So for Dante coming in towards the end, it's not like the players are committing because of Dante's coming. Whereas in CJ in 2024, it can be almost an offensive led class because recruits and 5-stars and such can see, oh, they got CJ Carr over there. Oh, they need a receiver. Okay, that's an attractive thing. Dante is looking at almost inversely. Okay, they got everything. Now I can just step on in. So I do think it's just a mindset thing. Is really interesting because it's crazy to think that maybe one guy is thinking team, maybe one guy is thinking best fit. Who knows? But they both can be a good fit for Notre Dame.
I'm just saying. Maybe Braylon James knows who's going to be his quarterback in his class. I'm just saying.
It's too many. It's too like just like Jay Lamar said. He said, as soon as I made my commitment, Dante called me.
He said what? What did he say? What did he say? I just want to put it on the record. What did he say?
Jay Lamar said when he made that commitment, we put that hat on. He said the first call was Dante. Talk about congratulations. What you congratulate me for? I'm just saying. You know. I'm just saying.
Texas A&M though.
Yeah, I don't hear no recruit saying he called them. I don't either.
Hey, I'm all good for. I keep telling you, man. Every 5-star quarterback is forced to take the trip to Oregon.
Oh yeah, they're forced. At this point, they're forced.
You gotta get the box.
If you are,
you have to get the lifetime box delivered to your crib. You got to.
You gotta go. Yeah, I think that's what they ought to do.
Lifetime Nikes.
Lifetime Nike right now.
I guarantee you, if Dante Moore comes to Notre Dame, he is going to have the best sneakers on the squad. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. He might have to drive home to get them because they'll probably be delivered to the crib in Detroit.
Yeah. He can't get them at the Google.
No, he's not gonna have them sent to campus. No, that'll be mad petty.
That'd be too much. If he won a Heisman or a championship, maybe it could be in the back. You can get delivered in the back, you know.
You best believe though. Yeah, you take the Oregon trip. You darn right.
Yeah, that's like going to.
You darn right. You darn right. I get the lifetime shipment of Jordans and Dunks. Yep.
Yeah.
Go out here for 2 to 3 days.
Just see what they got going on.
Put this green on. Y'all got my address? Y'all good? Size 11.5.
Right before I get on the plane, do you need me to send it again?
Right. Make sure you hook my pops up too. And my pops really doesn't rock Jordans like that, so I'm gonna resell those.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just have an extra pair.
We got to make sure that's not an NCAA violation, by the way. Research that.
Nowadays, it's like, man, all is fair in this NIL and stuff. So,
Lefty Podcast, man, is always brought to you by Onora Whiskey. OnoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, OnoraWhiskey.com. And if you're going to drink, make sure you drink responsibly. And it's the perfect nightcap for a Notre Dame dub. Matter of fact, go ahead and get it for September 3rd. It's going to be the perfect nightcap. September 3rd. We get this dub.
Man, I'm still upset that Ohio State fans really think, oh, we're getting the Ohio State podcaster on here. And we're just going to have the simple conversation of why do y'all think y'all really got it this year? I don't understand.
Oh, I'm just gonna ask why they're so mad, man.
Yeah, man, I'm
Like,
mad to where they trying to talk stuff about the program and try to get personal. I'm like, oh, y'all must be a little nervous.
you really want to talk about the totality of both programs? You
Because
don't
we
want to have
gave
that
you guys
conversation.
your AD, we gave you guys Urban. If it wasn't for those two right there, Ohio State be what? What
Facts.
are we talking about?
Facts.
We gave you guys Alfred. So without Alfred would be no Zeke. What are we talking about?
Facts.
What are we talking about? So
Facts.
you're welcome, Ohio State. You're really welcome. And if it wasn't for us losing to Cincinnati, what? Y'all couldn't take over Cincinnati's spot in the playoffs last year because of us, because they beat us, not because they anything y'all did. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And so basically, what you're saying, every year we matter in college football,
Every
regardless.
year we matter because we are helping you and you don't even know. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Marcus Freeman done robbed you already, then took Laurinaitis, almost took your receivers coach.
Facts.
Facts. He already Jim Tressel don't talk to Ryan Day. Jim Tressel talk to
got his
Marcus
boy a
Freeman.
bag though.
Huh?
Marcus did get his boy a nice little promotion and bag.
He got him a bag. Got him paid.
That he did.
But you know, that's a dating thing. You know, we try to get the most money to our dating. Anyway.
Because y'all hustlers like that.
Hey, we hustle to the top spot in the recruiting. We hustle to the top spot. So Ohio State is not only did we Lincoln Riley you guys, but we gave y'all a sports program. Gene Smith, all the greatness he done did with that Ohio State program through the goods and bads and all that. You're welcome. Where do you think he learned them skills? From Notre Dame. So this is really a matchup on 9-3 of big brother versus little brother.
Yeah.
Of the big cousin that comes to the family reunion that always pick on you because you little. That's us. You ain't met us, but we in the family. You ain't met us, but we the big cuz that you hear about in the family stories. But you ain't never.
And we really should be cool with each other. Like, we hate Michigan too.
Yeah.
Like, we were pulling for you all when you went up to Ann Arbor last year.
We were pulling for you.
We were pulling for you all.
But you see how the Big Ten got big heads. You know, they think because they got the biggest stadiums in college football and, you know, all the glitz and glamour with the rivalries that they seem to treat Notre Dame like we the stepchild when we really the granddad of college football. If it wasn't for us, a lot of y'all, who knows?
That's what happens when you're your own boss and everybody wants you to be just like them and you refuse. And they don't understand why you still end up at the big boy table at negotiations.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't understand.
You know, like somebody said that, you know, Notre Dame couldn't win the Big Ten West. I said, you mean the conference with Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois?
And where are those teams in recruiting every year? 30s, 40s, 50s in recruiting rankings. So come on, y'all not showing us no respect.
Yo.
And it has to change.
Another super chat. Hello from KSA. Malik. Maybe they typed that wrong, but Mel, it says Mel. This is a difficult question, but if you had to pick one attribute for a quarterback to be successful, what would it be? That's for you.
Big time player. I think if you can be I don't even know how you what attribute this would be defined as. But if you can be the guy that can make the play when it needs to be made, that's the attribute. And the single attribute I feel like quarterbacks have to have. When everything is going bad or everything is tight, you're the one guy that can make that play. Whether it be I'll look at it as you had to have that LeBron trait.
Right.
LeBron's gonna make the right play, every situation. That's why you feel good about having Braun on your team because he's not that he's not going to take the last shot. He may do that sometimes. Maybe it's the pass. Maybe it's the defense to stop. Whatever that attribute is, that's what you have to be a successful quarterback. Because your impact on the game is very important. But most games, especially when you're playing in big games or big teams, it comes to the one or two plays that the quarterback needs to make. So whatever attribute that is to get that specific thing done, meaning like you can play bad the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's 3rd and 6 and this is the game on the line and you can make that pass and the whole team believes you can get that done, that's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
I believe that you can tell what quarterback got that in them. And that's the trait that stands above all else when you're defining quarterbacks from quarterbacks. Joe Burrow had it. Mac Jones had it. Caleb Williams has it. Bryce Young has it. Doing it against Georgia in the SEC championship. Even in the finals, if he didn't lose his guys, he still has it. So that's what takes it to the next level.
I'm gonna tell you, we used to always break down film, and I remember I would always talk to. I spent a lot of time, my previous employer, talking to Tom Waddle, right, and just picking his brain. And what I took from that was watch quarterbacks. It doesn't matter what school they play for. Watch how they play against teams equal to their team or better than their team. Forget how they play against the lesser teams. Watch their play against teams that are equal or better. And that will tell you what type of quarterback they are.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll give you, like, when everybody was talking about Jared Goff at Cal, I remember I went and looked at his tape against USC. I think at that time, USC, Oregon, and Washington. And I came away thinking, like, this dude is trash.
It was the Utah game for me where it was
this dude is trash.
It was like Thursday night football, and he threw like 6 picks against Utah. Like, oh yeah, no.
Like if you're really a good quarterback, your game and your level of competition doesn't drop off just because the things get a little bit tighter or more equal as far as a team standpoint. You're facing a tougher team,
and you're showing up. You're having the stats you have.
You raise the bar. You raise the bar of your game. You know what I mean? To keep your team in the game. And if you see that for a quarterback, then you got something. You got something, which is why it's difficult to judge Alabama quarterbacks because the majority of the time they're playing against teams that their teams, they have more talent.
Every time.
They have more talent. So it's hard to judge. It's really hard to judge.
But it comes down to expectations like we talked about too.
That's why I would put Bryce ahead of CJ Stroud right now.
Yes, because even with expectations, that's it. But that's the difference between the best and the worst right there is who is making those expectations and playing well when there's expectations. When Dak got the expectations once he got his money, what do you expect? He couldn't meet them. Not that he didn't try, but to do it is a superior skill. I think it's more than effort it takes to meet expectations on a professional level like that.
Agreed.
It's more than just being the hardest worker.
Yeah.
You got to be supremely skilled because it takes technique, in my opinion, in big moments in games that usually gets you over the hump.
David Knight, I see what you're saying. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what KSA meant. I did not know that. And David is always on with us. Shout out to you, bro. Oh, man. So when are we having the Ohio State guest?
I was actually going to ask you. The early, I think Friday would be good. Yeah. I want him to have some time to prepare. He actually has some pretty good following on his Twitter. So
No,
We'll
we
see.
can do
He
it.
said he's excited. You know, he's excited.
I
But
have
you know
one
what kills
question.
me?
I have one question. Why? Why are you so? Why are you like? I get the text messages that you got. I understand that. There's a relationship there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I understand those. But the vitriol, it's like, why are you? We hate Michigan too.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat.
Their whole thing is they just feel like if you're not Bama or whatever, don't even talk to them about beating them. Because they get enough of that from a Big Ten teams who fall short.
At this point, it would actually be Clemson and Bama because Clemson has 2.
I thought Ohio State won the last one.
Say it again.
Oh, you talking about matchups or you talking about the championship?
I'm talking about titles.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Ohio State has 1 championship.
Clemson can talk that stuff.
Clemson can talk that stuff. At this point, LSU can talk trash to them. They both have 1.
LSU can't talk. If I was Ohio State, I'm like, LSU can't talk to me. Y'all had to have the greatest season of all time to get 1.
I'm gonna tell you this
get it
right
on the
now.
strength of just being nice.
And I'll say this to his face when he comes on. Notre Dame fan, attended University of Illinois. Proud Illini. Proud.
Okay.
Illini.
Oh, proud.
I'm gonna remind them how we came up there when they were number 1 with Juice Williams in the crew.
Juice Williams
and spanked them in the horseshoe. I'm gonna bring that up. Like you talking about
who was the receiver? Who was it? It was Juice and he had a running back. It was a running back.
No, Mendenhall. That cat
Mendenhall. Shaun Mendenhall. Yeah.
The Steelers for years. Yeah. Yeah. Now this is the kicker. Rashad Mendenhall's sister used to babysit me, dude.
Really?
We grew up in the same church.
Wow. Oh, so he's from okay, that's why he ended up there. Because I'm like, he had to be a hometown hero because he was a real special talent.
Absolutely. Juice was a hometown kid.
He had to be.
Yeah.
Because when the last time Illinois recruited a black quarterback like that? Been a minute.
They just had one. They turned him into a wide receiver.
Yeah, you know how
they turned him into a wide receiver.
Alvin Bailey, that was his name, I think.
They turned him into a wide receiver. He's currently a wide receiver on the roster.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, there's a kid from like East St. Louis.
St. Louis got them athletes now.
Man, they have 2 offensive linemen.
And Pimbles from out there. Zeke from out there. Shoot.
Yeah, and Pimba knows what it is, bro.
And Pimba definitely knows. I think it's us in Georgia, but I'm going with us.
He knows. If we end up pulling him and Caleb down from Georgia, man, let me tell you something, dude. It's going to be a lot of moments when Notre Dame fans will be warranted if they talked a bunch of trash. Like, if we pull in Pimba and Caleb Downs on that day, only on that day.
And Caleb Downs, though?
Only on that day.
Caleb Downs likes us, too.
Only on that day can you talk trash to Georgia fans? Only on that day.
Only on that day. Oh, yeah.
Only on that day.
Yeah. I don't want no smoke with Georgia fans.
Right. As of right now, that's it. That's as far as it goes. We can talk trash to Michigan fans all day, every day.
Georgia, yeah. We get Michigan. Oh, yeah. That's
Michigan Big Ten fans all day, every day.
Yeah, the whole
fans, dude, every day, my daughter talks about, man, but we got Lincoln Riley. And I just shake my head. I said, yeah, you do. You're going to take this L, though. There's nothing changing. Nothing changing.
I'm not going to lie to you. They got a lot of talent offensively.
They ain't got nothing in the trenches, bro.
But they got
How much time is Caleb going to have? How much time is he going to have?
Caleb gives himself 2 extra seconds. So the average time, add 2 extra seconds. And then you got Jordan Addison, though.
But wait a minute. Who's stopping us? Who's stopping us on the other side?
Stopping Fauci? I don't know. I don't think they got
No. Forget the defense. Who's stopping Notre Dame's offense?
I don't know nothing about their defense, USC. All I see is a bunch of
It's a reason
offensive
you don't know nothing about their defense.
because they ain't recruiting none. They couldn't be. All I see is another offensive guy going to USC every single day.
They got a couple. They got a linebacker that transferred in from Arizona State.
That ain't nothing. Any transfer from a Pac-12. Yeah.
You know what? Cam Hart already told you about SC. He already told you on that podcast.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Man, I don't want to hear none of that dude. I know people think that's our biggest rival. Like, nah. That ain't it. But see, I understand your relationship with Caleb Williams makes you a little biased towards.
Caleb Williams is nice. What do you mean? He's
I didn't
nice.
say. Wait a minute. Wait. I didn't say he wasn't nice.
I'm upset at the fact that they didn't recruit him out of high school and he took it personal and he wants to beat us for sure. Like the reason why he's at USC is because Notre Dame didn't recruit him and he wants to beat Notre Dame. That's one of the teams on his list. So that's why I'm a fan of him, only because we should have recruited him. Why he was number one quarterback in the class and you didn't even recruit him? That's crazy.
Yeah, for those of you that might not be familiar with what we're talking about right now, I think we have the clip. We can bring it up where Cam Hart was kind of just letting it be known his true feelings after 3 years at Notre Dame and watching look. This is tough. I would probably call USC historically the biggest rival, but Michigan was right there, bro.
Really?
Michigan was right there. Of course, you know the history of how the rivalry started, going all the way back to Newt Rockne, so it has that behind it. But I kind of side with Cam Hart. And the way he broke it down. It's like it's not a rivalry if you're not like this one win during the pandemic with an empty stadium and no Trevor Lawrence make Clemson and Notre Dame a rivalry. Like it's not really a rivalry yet, bro. Notre Dame hasn't tapped in quite yet.
No, we can't call Clemson no rivalry.
I think Notre Dame taps in this year. All right, here's Cam.
I don't even think this a win this year would do it.
We'll do it. Here's Cam.
A lot of people are knocking Indy based on our schedule, saying that this could be too high for us.
I personally don't think it's high. I think it's correct. I think 5 is a smooth ranking.
It's just like we can say all we want about what we feel about this schedule and like what people think about it, but until we play it, like the rankings are not going to really matter.
Yeah,
like we just got to play and be like, all right, yeah, we won. Like we're a better team. Like it's just going to have to wait till the season to make like a real argument about it.
I can read the Notre Dame description. So it says Notre Dame number 5, 11-2 last year, lost to Oklahoma State in the Fiesta Bowl. The hype would have been even more if the Irish held on against Oklahoma State and entered their BCS/New Year's 6 woes. But Marcus Freeman brings a ton of excitement regardless as he goes into his first full season as Notre Dame's head coach. Northwestern DB Brandon Joseph, 9 interceptions the last 2 years, will work with DN Isaiah Foskey, linebacker Jason Adamiola, and others to form a strong defense. The biggest hurdle will be the schedule. Ohio State, BYU, Clemson, and USC are all on it.
Okay, let's debunk this for a second. USC is always an argument every year. And every year, I feel like that has been the least stressful game that we've played.
Well, I think it's going to be a little different this year, though.
I think it's going to be a little different.
I think Lincoln Riley
say that,
boys right.
I don't know.
I just feel like Lincoln Riley going to get them boys right, for real. I really do.
In year 1? Maybe.
Because same head coach, same quarterback, same system,
Yeah.
It's different school.
Yeah. That'll be the last game of the year. It'll be game 12, so it'll probably have playoff implications, hopefully.
And it'll be at USC.
They'll know who they are as a team. They'll get through all their early
I'm just
problems
tired of
and
all
stuff.
the USC hype, bro. I'm just so tired of it, bro. It's so like every year, like USC. And I understand it's a rivalry game. I understand there's a lot that goes into it. But I'm just tired of the hype. And I guess
till the day you die,
USC
and Notre Dame will always be hyped
exactly.
up.
And it's just like I would so much rather you hype up UNC than USC because that's probably more of a more stressful game in my books.
Now he's capping. See, he took it way too far.
No. Let me tell you what he meant. Let me tell you what he meant by that.
Basketball?
No.
UNC basketball?
No. What he was saying was it was more stressful because, and let's be honest, the last 2 years offensively, USC hasn't been much of a threat.
Yeah.
They had.
And that's my point. I'm like, you don't remember when we were going through it, when Cody Kessler was kicking our ass, and I didn't even think he was that good at the time, but he's getting 45 points with George Farmer and what's his name?
Your boy with
Corey Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all them boys was cooking us. They were cooking us back then. So now they definitely, a lot of it, because in the same reason why I feel good about Ohio State. We have a big game, in my opinion. I feel like Marcus Freeman, and the difference between him and Kelly is he's a big game coach.
Yeah.
I'm not counting last year's Fiesta Bowl against him, not his team. I do believe he has the makeup and from what he's done so far to be a big game coach. I think Lincoln Riley has big game potential with his stars. Like, he's not just getting blown out in games they're expected to maybe or maybe not win. So I do think that USC is going to be a lot different. They have a lot different of a coach, and they have a lot different of a quarterback. This quarterback they got is way better than any other quarterback they've had in those low years. Even when they was solid, I think Caleb Williams is better than Sam Darnold when he was at SC. So from those two factors alone, it changes the dynamic of the game. Just like I believe Marcus Freeman, his impact, and Tyler Buchner's impact being different than Jack Cohn's impact is going to give us an advantage in this Ohio State game, where not only psychologically I feel like we have an advantage, but I also think that we have an advantage just from a total program perspective. I think our program is trending. If this was stocks, ours is on the high, and you need to buy the dip on Ohio State stock because I think they're dipping right now in the stock market.
Ryan Day just got a contract, bro. You saying he dipped?
I think the morale of the essence or the mystique of the Ohio State being just the Alabama level, I don't think we're looking at it as that way. Maybe a Minnesota is.
No.
But we're not looking at Ohio State like they're Bama or Georgia.
No. Like pretty much the top two picks in the upcoming NFL draft, I would feel worse if we were facing Bama.
Oh, for sure.
Like with Dallas Turner and Will Anderson, I feel
way worse. Because you gotta have that guy at quarterback.
Yeah.
If you playing Bama. Yeah. You can win with anybody playing against Ohio State. I mean, okay, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Not anybody.
Right.
But you don't need a Bryce Young to beat a Bama. I mean, to beat Ohio State. You don't need a Jameis Winston or a Cam Newton to beat Ohio State. You can win with an Anthony Brown.
Cade McNamara just beat him last year.
Yeah, like, come on. Cade McNamara. And you saw what happened when he played a real team in Georgia. He looked like a backup's backup in high school. Like, come on.
Oh,
so
man.
We're not worried. We're not worried about what Ohio State's talking about. Plus, you got a defensive coordinator from the Pac-12. That's what you're going to do to revamp that? No. We don't believe you, Ohio State.
Your boy, Will Chestnut, thanks for tapping in, has a question.
I don't know. We didn't even recruit him. So I guess no is the answer. It was probably just a disrespect. Number one quarterback can't even get a call from Notre Dame. And then he looked down on the roster and he's like, y'all calling him? Oh man, this is crazy. Not that the guy we called is wrong, but if I'm a number one guy, I'm at least trying to get a call, You ain't call me at all?
They didn't call number one guys, dude.
I mean, they do now.
They do now.
Hey, now.
They do now.
We call number one guys with the whole room already committed. I didn't say not one thing.
I haven't said anything about the talent. So.
We haven't said not one thing about the talent.
Didn't I just call CJ Stroud like one of the first 2 picks in the NFL draft?
Seriously, yeah. Now, if we're talking about their talent, I think we have a better D line and a better O line.
Well, let's just stop. Their defense has been trash for like 2 years.
Trash. Ain't nobody in the country can tell me this year, particularly,
they
got a better linebacker core.
If they don't have, and this is historically for a while now, if they don't have a dominant defensive end, Bosa, if they don't have that guy coming off Bosa Young, defense is trash.
Trash.
They
don't have better linebackers than us. They definitely don't got a better D line. They definitely don't got a better secondary than us currently. Yeah. I'm not saying they're not good. They're just not better than us. We got 2 potential first round D linemen this year. We got a strong linebacker core. That's all we recruited. So I just don't believe. Maybe Georgia may have a comparable linebacker core. Alabama maybe. But I think we had the best linebacker core. And you can't tell me we worse than last year secondary-wise. And we're better than Ohio State secondary because all they do is play man and get cooked. So defensively, I'm giving us the advantage. I'm not saying we hold it, bro. I'm not saying we're going to hold CJ under. I think we're going to hold him under 400 yards. He's not finna go crazy on us like he does Michigan State. But on paper, we look way better defensively. Offensively, I know we're running the football, so time possession has got to be something where CJ ain't getting the ball that much to be putting up them crazy numbers. So that's why I think we're going to win.
You heard it here first. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Y'all know what I'm doing when I get to the bus. I've already told you I'm talking that ish. Y'all get the bail money, LL Nation. Y'all get it together. I'm talking that ish. I'm not backing down. And I'm telling you, the worst thing that can happen is Notre Dame jumps out to a big lead. That's oh my God. Dude, I'm definitely inciting a riot. I don't
know. See, I don't know how we are with leads yet. But I do know
don't let us jump out to a big lead. I don't care what happens after that. I'm talking trash.
You said don't let us get a head start.
Yeah, I'm talking trash the entire game. The entire game.
So we jump out, we already won in your mind.
If we jump out 14-0. That's all it has to be. 14.
That's all it has to be.
I'm talking.
That's a pick six, and then we score on offense. That can be done.
That's it. That's all. I mean, that's just the hype of the game. That's why I don't understand. Like, why Ohio State fans feel the way they feel? Let Notre Dame fans feel the way they want to feel, man. That's all. At the end of the day, whatever he says, we can bring him on Friday. Whatever he says, I have a counter to it.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever they say, that's why I don't understand the energy.
I know how to shut them up real fast. I'm gonna pull out Juice Williams real quick. Like, I got some names that can make any Ohio State fan shut up real quick. Juice Williams. I think I'll throw a little Charles Woodson in there. Like, how y'all let that dude get out the state?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. That was when they was prime getting kids in the state.
But we're gonna have fun with it. We're definitely gonna have fun with it. That's right. Lucky Lefty Podcast, man. We hope you guys had a fantastic day. Anything else? Did we miss anything, man? Announcement coming Thursday. CJ Carr more than likely will be committed to the University of Notre Dame. 5-star 2024 quarterback. announcements coming up, the 3rd and the 4th. This is the weekend here, bro. This is it. The 10th through the 12th. If you are people of faith, you should be praying all weekend that things go well. This is it. This is the weekend. This is the one that can make this recruiting class huge really early, or could possibly drag things out a little bit longer into the fall. It's closing time. Who sang that song? Guys, help me out. It's closing time. I forget the band that sang that song. Yeah. But that's the thing for this weekend. Huge weekend. Commits. Drake Bowen is hyped. He has a couple of big games this week for the state championship in baseball. But he's amped to get up there. And for those of us that might be tuning in late, can you once again say who called Jaden Lamar when he committed?
First person was Dante. Congratulate. Why you congratulate?
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
We've been trying to tell the fan base to relax. Just relax. Relax. Like, that's what we told our girlfriends in high school. Like, man, you can't believe everything you hear.
Yeah.
Or see that. I was just at the party with everybody. You can't believe everything you hear.
Yeah, I was at a party, it was just me and her. It was like me and her and hers and hers and hims and stuff.
Oh, man. Man, I hope so. I hope he is coming with that boiler room clothes and talk. Absolutely. Let's see. Did I miss another super chat? Let me double check, bro. So, do you know the Ohio State fan's name that we're going to have on Friday?
His name is called J Book 37. So let me see.
J Book 37
from Scottsdale. That's the other thing. We get all these Ohio State fans that ain't even live in Ohio.
I mean, I'm not mad at them living in Scottsdale, though.
No, that's right. No, Scottsdale's where it's at.
Rob Titoff, what's up, my man? Good to see you back on. Can I say this, Rob? There is no chance in hell Dante goes to Texas A&M. Now, you can take our word for it, or you can believe what you feel like you're hearing. Oregon, look, I wouldn't even be mad at Oregon.
You go 8-5 though. 8-5.
Knowing
his
road. And this has nothing to do with. I just don't see. This is just me knowing him and his dad. I don't see Texas A&M being a fit.
Yeah, not from the type of kid he is. I just don't.
No, it's just not a. It's not a fit.
Not that he would never do it. I think he would feel more comfortable at Notre Dame.
And I think he would feel more comfortable at least 2 more places before Texas A&M. I just don't think it's a fit. And that's the reason why I say it. That's the reason why I say it.
Yeah.
Man, look, bro, it's been another great show. A lot of chat going on. CJ Carr, Dante, NBA Finals. You guys are always the best, LL Nation. We appreciate you. Don't forget, hit that like button, share, let everybody know. We spin it different. You know what time it is.
Petticoat. Petticoat Junction.
It's time to get petty.
Oh, we did a good job executing.
Now, are you upset with something?
And fire up the Petticoat Junction train.
I just don't like you.
You don't?
No.
What is today's pettiest story? Petty Junction.
That's right, Petty Junction, petty story of the day. Someone said or did something that was absolutely petty. My brother didn't get a chance to finish his petty story yesterday. So go ahead and let everyone know why Ohio State fans need to be put on the petty train.
Oh my gosh, you need to build on petty train because now y'all have gotten so big-headed to where you don't even like teams thinking they gonna win. I don't get it. I think that in the last 5 years, y'all made an appearance and won a championship one time, right? About one time. Or was that 2000? Hadn't even been since then. I do think that, if anything, you guys are more like us than you are like Bama. But at this point, we've overtaken that, and we're in a class of our own. And I think that once 9-3 comes around, you guys will see it. But in the meantime, you guys are petty because you talking about everything under the sun about Cincinnati and we can't win big games. Look, that's great because we had a non-big game winning coach in Brian Kelly, which is cool. But the past is the past. This new era, this MF era we bringing in, you're going to see a whole new fan base. You ain't never seen fans this encouraged this early about Notre Dame until now. So it means a lot. And look, you guys are petty if you think that we can't or not even have a chance. The thing we don't even have a chance, are you serious? We have way more than a chance. We don't have, I'm giving us plus 10. So now what?
Yeah. So look, I don't know if you saw this story, bro. I saw it come across social media. Young lady in Florida actually shot her boyfriend because he didn't keep up his end of the bargain. He promised that when they were dating and eventually got married, that she would receive fellatio a certain number of times per week. He reneged on that promise, and she decided to do bodily harm to him. That's mad petty. That's mad. Look, man.
That's not more petty though than the girl that dumped out her man's mom's ashes.
Oh,
cheated on her.
That's petty. That's mad petty.
You gotta go to jail for that.
That's mad petty. The ashes.
The ashes. It did put on video.
Yeah, look, Irish one. Yeah, usually just go out and cheat again, right? Just go cheat. You're not getting it from somewhere.
That's crazy.
Florida definitely spends it different.
Super different.
Yo, breaking news, T.A. Cunningham, number 1 defensive lineman in the class of 2024, just tweeted out that he will be in South Bend tomorrow. The number 1 overall defensive lineman in the 2024 class. Let me tell you something, boy. This 24 class. Yo,
I've been snagged the quarterback already.
I told you. It was all a dream, but now it's a scheme. It's a covert operation, and that cat CJ Carr is calling Drake Bowen talking trash. Letting them know.
We so damn committed.
I'm a better recruiter than you.
We are so competitive. We're competing in classes.
We're competing in classes.
Ooh, yeah.
We got to recruit. And you know, that's how it is, right? Like when you become a junior in high school, you can't stand the seniors.
Can't stand them.
You think you're cooler than the seniors?
Yeah.
Think you better athletes than the seniors?
Yeah.
All
better girls, got better hair.
All of that. That's the 24 class talking to the 23 class right now.
And the 23 class pretty damn good.
Like we already better than y'all. We already better. Yo, it's a good time. It's a good time to be a Notre Dame fan. Shout out to Aaron Donald on getting that bag. You dig?
tells you a lot. They extend your contract for no reason. They just
Yeah, that's why I laugh.
You need an extra $40 million just because we love you, bro.
That's why I laugh at all these cats talking about, I think I'm going to hang it up. Like, man, let me tell you something. That direct deposit comes through, that'll change your mind.
Quick.
Do you feel like we can talk about this tomorrow. Competitive spirit in athletes. We'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow. Like, why do these athletes feel like they have to be the highest paid?
Yeah, that's why you're doing it. You know,
like why? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's just you in the arena where guys around you getting paid, and so you're like pushing that market cap to keep getting bigger and bigger dollars and set that pace. I think this is what they want, man. It's a part of the game.
You know, because like Michael Jordan had 2 big contracts, and that was like the last 2 years he won championships in Chicago.
Man, it's hard, man. When you are a great player and you seeing another player getting paid crazy, and he come in there with the nice Lamborghini in the parking lot, got the big old chains in the locker room, got the bad honeys waiting for him, and you getting more buckets than him.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna need some more of that cash, partner.
What would be like the one thing, even if you were still bringing in the bag, what would be the one thing you would still do that you did when you were an everyday person?
I love nice restaurants, so I'm going to the nice spots. I got the reservations already set, bringing all the fam. I love big dinners, big food events and stuff. That's my thing. And then, shoot, probably work on designing the crib and building the crib out real nice. I think that'll be.
You can tell by that answer how bougie my partner is, right?
That's right.
Well, I asked him everyday stuff, and he went to. Man, I'm talking about everyday stuff. Like I would still
nice
go. I would still go to like little putt-putts. You know. Like,
for sure. For sure.
I love like little putt-putt spots. They have a new restaurant out here in Oak Brook. I think it's called Putt Shack. It's like a restaurant.
The money would just be bigger that you bet on. That's all.
Yeah, now that's the truth. Like I would still go to Putt Shack. You know, do little everyday stuff that I do.
I wouldn't go to Walmart.
Go to Harold's. I would still roll up into Harold's.
You'll probably have somebody getting it for you though, because you're gonna be too fresh. You're gonna be way too fresh. So you like, damn, hey cousin, can you go slide? You get yourself something.
You might be right. You might be
because
right.
I know.
I have to think about it. Because this is my city. This is my city.
Like I wouldn't be scared to your crib every day.
I wouldn't be scared. I wouldn't be scared to go into Harold's on the South Side.
Okay,
I would.
You know, it's not about being scared. It's never about being scared.
When Michael Jordan was here, he used to go to the 50-yard line on the South Side.
Well, you know that's Michael Jordan. Who touched Michael Jordan?
That's my point.
In Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. Like at some point, I would have to feel like, okay, in order to do everyday things, I would have to feel like I'm protected.
But in Chicago, Michael Jordan's not walking nowhere. He's floating places. Just
he's stupid. He's stupid. You're stupid. Oh man. All right, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Lucky Lefty Podcast, man. Cross podcast with the Ohio State fan on Friday. Get your arguments ready. Get your tweets ready. Get your comments ready. And don't forget to go watch the previous episodes. Lucky Lefty Podcast, man. Wait a minute. Tendo said, what? SD just got to take off his hat, put shades on, and just wear slides, not the J's.
Yeah, he gonna go in there as witness protection.
Like, dude, you know Tim Anderson, right? White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted out, we had to get on him. Last year, he said he's doing an interview with the local. Who, Tim Anderson?
You be killing me, man.
Stop, man. He's from Alabama, bro. He's just from Alabama. He's just
you be killing me, man. I'm like, you're not doing it right, man.
So you stupid. Shaun gas is $6 a gallon. Those Bentleys are cheap. I need that $40 million bag. See, I wouldn't be in a Bentley. I can tell you that. I wouldn't be in a Bentley.
Even with it. Okay.
No. But he told a local reporter that his favorite meal was 6 wings from Sharks. Fish and chicken.
I've been to Sharks before.
And we immediately had to tweet that dude like, fam, no, what are you doing?
But you know what's crazy is that some guys are like that. I've had teammates, we're getting around great food, and they just want McDonald's. Like, it don't matter if this was filet mignon. We had, what they call it? The Brazilian Chop House, Fogo de Chao, Roof Chris. Man, them boys want chicken nuggets and fries. So they all go on the petty train. You better get you some steak, man. Quit playing. Stop playing with the meal. But, you know, when they grow up on baked beans, hot dogs, and stuff, they feel like if I change that diet now, I'm not going to be the same person, which is crazy because I went to college. My food elevated with me. I'll tell you the truth. But I don't know if Shaun's here, but it's been another great one. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Got the website dropping soon. Also, check out for special giveaways that we also think about. More than anything, get your food palette right. Raise your food palette. Look, there's enough places out there y'all can go and spend a little bit of change, you know, get you a nice steak or something. But it's the Lucky Lefty. We out.
We out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I had to go to the door, man. Little kid walking around trying to raise funds for Little League, stuff like that. Buy a couple of chocolate bars. You know how it is.
Yeah, about the candy box, man.
You know how it is, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow, man. As always, spin it different.